from ABC 7 News, rising Bay Area Rona cases. Is it time to mask up again? Well, no, obviously not. It didn't work the first time or the second time or the third time. It's not going to work this time, but they're going to do this in perpetuity, I suppose. And the timing is a little bit strange with the election right around the corner now, but it doesn't really matter. They do this every month or so and tell you that there's an uptick in cases and bring on that weirdo, effeminate Asian doctor to tell you how scary everything is. And I would say that this is some sort of voter gauging to see who obeys this weird nonsense, which I think it was in the past, but California is already so deeply solid blue, they cannot connect the dots, but they push this anyway, which is, I guess, why it's so solid blue and why they've been so completely brainwashed. And what's really crazy is that on the corresponding Instagram post for this article, you have people in the comments quite literally saying, "Oh no, it's not over. You must mask up. Why is this so hard for you?" And it was obvious from the very beginning that these people were never going to snap out of it because, as we know, it is much easier to trick somebody than it is to convince them that they have been tricked. Meanwhile, you have Scott Wiener, the creepiest man in all of American politics, going to some weirdo leather daddy street orgy block party, probably passing around monkeypox, but none of that matters. Just wear a mask. And you also have the crime continuing. It is still through the roof. It might even be getting worse. And I've said a million times, you can't do business in California. And of course, if you try to change something politically, you will be deemed a criminal. And the machine will do everything in their power, which in California is immense, to stop you, to crush you like a bug, to embarrass you, and perhaps even put you in jail, but a little bit more on that later. But my name's Eric. This channel is called Report and Opine. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm absolutely begging you.
I'm begging you, please. Come on, please.
It would help me a lot and cost you nothing. But if you wanted to help me even more and spend some money, you would buy my book, New York City 2020, Gotham Unglued, on Amazon.com. That link will be in the description.
How do you feel about the idea of masking up again? That's what some San Francisco health officials are urging people to consider to help slow.
Some San Francisco health officials. Yeah, right. The same people who are letting the dope fiends fester, self-vaccinating under the bridge. But of course, scumbag greaseball bang your wife Gavin Newsom is going to clean that up. And look, I don't want to make useless ad hominem attacks, but bro, it's time to let it go. You got to shave that off. You look weird as hell.
Oh, the summer surge of COVID-19. ABC 7 News reporter Gloria.
Okay, I'm sorry. The summer surge, right? This is a perfect catch-22. Oh, the summer surge. Oh, it's hot. You're going to get it in the summer. Now, I don't know. I can't predict the future, but I can almost guarantee that they're going to say there's a winter surge too, because when it's hot, people go inside and use the air conditioner and it spreads in there. And then when it's cold, people go inside and use the heat and it spreads in there. So this is never going to end.
Rodriguez spoke with some experts about the issues. You joined us live now in studio. And Gloria, what advice are they giving?
Well, Julian, one expert tells me even if some people mask up in indoor crowded spaces, it will decrease some COVID transmissions and also raise awareness. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
And also raise awareness. That's almost the same as Governor grab-ass Andrew Cuomo claiming that wearing a mask is about respect. It's obviously not about health and safety. That ship sailed a long time ago. They just want to see how much control they actually still have.
California is now one of 8 states where COVID-19 wastewater viral activity levels are very high. Dr. Peter Chin Hong, an infectious disease specialist at the University of California, San Francisco.
And here he is. I forget his name every time, but he is on every news hit telling you that, oh, you should wear a mask or you should get a vaccine.
Says there are a few reasons for this rise in COVID cases, including more summer travel, less people getting vaccinated, and the recent heat wave here.
I think California and
Wait. The recent, so now, I guess we've seen this before. It shouldn't surprise me. I should not let any of this stuff surprise me. But now, the reason for an uptick in Rona cases is the recent heat wave. They're going to somehow figure out a way to combine, the climate crisis, the sun monster is causing Rona.
Area, as an example, was ripe to seeing a lot of transmissions during the recent period of time. The heat
Look, I'm sorry to stop this a million times, but this guy, it's almost like every single time he's in some weirdo blurred out, or maybe he's like beachfront, he's on a dock or something. This guy's constantly vacationing, telling you that, oh, the people are not getting a vaccine.
waves made a lot of people go indoors. Also, the wildfires. So it's almost like our version of winter when everybody's escaping the heat or wildfires congregated inside. A lot of noses and mouths together.
SF Public Health posting this alert on X, formerly Twitter, saying, with COVID-19 circulating, please consider wearing a well-fitted mask in crowded indoor spaces. Dr. Peter Chin Hong weighs in.
I think that the rationale is that there's just so much COVID going on right now that it's with a very transmissible strain that it's going to be very easy to get it. And if you want to lower that risk, carrying a mask around in my pocket like I do and bringing it out when I feel a little bit at risk is probably not a bad idea. We've seen the highest levels of COVID for a long time in the Bay Area.
Wait, I'm just curious though. So for no other illness in the past have we seen this? Okay, I mean, even with bird flu and swine flu, I don't think we ever did this. But now, after this thing broke out, oh my word, it was crazy. Everybody was gonna die in China. They were spraying down the roads. Right? 4 years later, they're still telling you that you should probably be wearing a mask. And I can assume they're not going to put the death ticker back up. So why is this any different from any other illness? You had Dr. Fauci himself claiming that, oh, well, there wasn't really that much flu in 2021.
But if it allows thousands of people like you don't get vaccinated, you're going to let this virus continue to percolate in this country and in this world.
Something like the common flu then, right?
And not
Basically.
like
It's
the
much
common
more
flu.
serious than the flu.
Well, the flu kills a lot of people annually, too.
You know how many people died of the flu the last year? I mean, not this year, virtually none, but the previous year.
So where did it go? How is this happening? And clearly, this has very little to do with any actual illness. This is just, of course, a way for the fake news media to create content, but also a way to just see how many people are still under their mind control.
Probably close to 2022 summer levels and higher than 2023 summer levels. So a lot of people getting COVID. If we were talking about this in 2020.
And how many times can you talk about, oh, a lot of people getting COVID? But 3-4 years ago, you talked about how many people were, perishing to the disease. But we don't hear about that at all.
We'll be talking about ICU beds. In 2022, we'll be talking about hospital beds. This year, there's still hospitalizations that are ticking up, but most of the cases are in the outpatient setting.
Hold on.
They're in the community.
Hold on. We have to go back a couple of seconds and just look at this weird
Talking about hospital beds. This year, there's still hospitalizations that are ticking up.
Oh, there's still hospitalizations ticking up.
But
really? So the regular people need to wear just a blue paper mask, but the doctor treating Rona is going to wear this entire space suit? Give me a break. You look like the guys from that early episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
All right, dude, first things first, let's get some beer, man. Screw Dennis and his rules. The guy's like, such a dick about shit.
Yeah, dude, he can be so controlling, He can do really cool stuff with his dick, though.
You gotta ease up on talking about dicks, man. Like, it's too much by this point.
You think? Oh, wait a second, there's no opening to this.
Shit, I'm sorry, dude, I forgot there's no opening in yours. But my mom rigged hers with a special pouch so that she could have her cocktails. So then it fills up.
Your mom rigged her suit so she can drink booze? Dude, your mom's an alcoholic.
My mom's not an alcoholic.
No, bro, she is, but it's totally cool because it skips a generation. That's why you're not an alcoholic.
Most of the cases are in the outpatient setting. They're in the community.
And you heard Dr. Chin Hong. He says the current variant is more transmissible. He said
the current variant is more transmissible. Would he ever come out and say, oh, this one's actually less? No, of course. Doctor, you heard Dr. Peter Chin Hong. He's the expert. You believe him. No, we don't.
We don't believe you. You need more people.
The symptoms include the usual sore throat, congestion, runny nose, and fever. But he says that newer symptoms they're seeing more of are stomach symptoms such as nausea and vomiting. And he's recommending that those over 65 get the vaccine.
Oh, so now Rona causes nausea and vomiting. So we can kind of maybe push that back into another run on toilet paper
now if they haven't, and get the new one in October. By then it's expected to come out. Live in the studio.
Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. So they're pretending in 2024 that you need to wear a mask again. Meanwhile, there are other stories of businesses being ransacked so businesses that haven't left the crime corridor in Oakland are now being ransacked because for the millionth time, you cannot do business in California.